So hi guys, my name is Stefan Simon, and I am a senior lecturer in endodontics and oral biology at the University of Paris, Diderot, Paris 7. It's just a quick talk because I can't be with you today, and I just would like to share with you my point of view about the BioRoot RCS sealer, and then I don't want to call it a sealer, and at the end of the 5 minutes talk you will understand why. Because this I consider the BioRoot more as a filler rather than a sealer. So why? So as you know that endodontics is a problem of disinfection of the root canal, and the obturation or filling of the root canal is a final step of the root canal treatment, and it's a very, very important one. Why? Because we know now that for a long time that even if we use the best system of disinfection, we can't sterilize the root canal. So at the end, we still have remaining bacteria or toxin inside the root canal, and we have to close this and to entomb them in the root canal filling. And the second objective of the root canal filling is to avoid any new contamination. So in the past, a lot of techniques have been described: cold lateral condensation, single cone technique, and a warm compaction of gutta percha. I just keep the three of them because they are the most used techniques all over the world. What do we have to think about that? I can take a comparison with the restorative dentistry. When the dentist has to fill a cavity after having removed the caries disease, he's going to use a composite resin or amalgams or biodentin, whatever. But if you use a composite resin, the composite resin has no ability to stick at the dentin tissue. So we are going to use an adhesive system, a bonding system. And then I think that if the dentist is a qualified person, he will never use the bonding to fill the cavity, and after that just use a small drop of composite. No, he's going to fill the cavity with a composite resin, and because this composite resin has no ability to seal to the dentin, he's going to use a bonding system. And then it's very, very interesting to keep in mind this point, because what happened in the root canal filling is exactly the same thing. So when we're going to fill the root canal, we are going to use a core material, which is the gutta percha, and this gutta percha has no ability to seal to the root canal dentin. And that's the problem, because if we had in the past the gutta percha with a sealing ability to the root canal dentin, we wouldn't have any problem. So all of the techniques we use actually are using a core material, and then I can say that 100% consider the gutta percha as the best one, and we're going to use a sealer to seal the gutta percha to the root canal dentin. One of the problems of this root canal sealer is that it has no ability to be stable in the time. So this material will dissolve with the time, and then this dissolution with the time is going to create a void between the gutta percha and the root canal dentin. And we know that the nature doesn't like the void. So as soon as we get a void inside the root canal filling, this void will be contaminated by the bacteria, because we have still remaining bacteria inside the root canal. So that's why all the technique we use needs to get a maximum of the core material and a minimum of the sealer. But the core alone is not good enough, and too much sealer is a problem for the stability of the root canal filling in the time. So, and then the point is that every technique we use is acceptable as soon as we have a maximum of gutta percha and a minimum of sealer. So that's why the warm vertical compaction of gutta percha is the best technique for every specialist all over the world, because that's the technique where we have a maximum of gutta percha and a minimum of sealer. So what is a paradigm shift now? paradigm shift is that if you use a single cold technique with a traditional sealer, we have too much sealer, and then it's a big problem. So now let's think about a new biomaterial who could be a core material and a sealer in the same time. So and that's why I definitely like the BioRoot RCS system, because the BioRoot is not a sealer only anymore; it's also a core material. And then what is the thing is that if we use it with a single cone technique, and be careful because I don't like this this word, but that's the fact. The idea is to fill the root canal system with the BioRoot itself. The problem is that technically, to push the BioRoots as deep as possible inside the root canal, we need a carrier. So we can use a spiral, we can use, or what we call a French lentulo, we can use a syringe, we can use whatever you want. The problem is that because we have a taper preparation of the root canal, it's finally quite complicated to push the biomaterial up to the working up to the final place of the obturation. So that's one of the reasons why we're going to use a carrier. And finally, the Guttapercha can be used, the Guttapercha point can be used as a carrier. And the second reason why we definitely need so far to use a single Guttapercha point in this technique is in case of retreatment. We know that probably, even if it's best material all over the world, we will probably have to retreat the teeth. And then the bioceramics is impossible to be retrieved, to be removed, because it's very hard. So if we use a Guttapercha point, we know that we will be able to go through this big Guttapercha point in case of retreatment. So that's why actually I think that this true paradigm shift will be to revisit the single cone technique, but it's not the Guttapercha point is not a core material anymore. It's just used as a carrier and as a possibility of retreatment. So in the last 3 years, we have been invited by Septodon company to do a clinical research for comparing the outcome of root canal treatment with this technique compared to the traditional one with warm vertical compaction. And so the patients have been randomized in these two branches of the research, and they have been recalled at 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years. Actually, we are completing the 2 years recall, and then the 1 year, the 12 months recall has been completed last year in July 2015. I can't give you the full results because they are still confidential, but if I am in front of you, even if it's through a camera and a video recorder, to tell you this story, it's just because I know the results and I'm very confident to try to push you and to give you this story and then to enter of the story of the paradigm shift. So as a researcher, I still have a lot of concern of everything. Things can be modified, a lot of amelioration are already on the road, but as a clinician and as a researcher and then as a teacher, I definitely see in this technique the future of the root canal filling. It's easier, faster. What about the price? I have no idea. I don't know. I've heard that it's not so expensive. So you have all of the factors you can use to promote this biomaterial. Just before to close my talk, I just want to tell you that I have no financial interest in this product. I just have the faith that endodontics has to be simplified in the future if we want to get good outcome. And then using a simple technique, easy easy technique with a good biomaterial is one of the key points to facilitate the treatment for juniors or for GPs and even for seniors. So enjoy your time there, and trust me, you can be very confident in this product.